Hey guys, welcome back to part 2 of the late 2018 winter vlog. First of all, before we go any further, I want to thank everyone who has been commenting and sending me messages over this whole year. You guys make this so much fun, and I actually didn't really know what to expect with YouTube when I first started posting videos, but I've really come to enjoy it. It's a whole new community here, and so far it's been really friendly and welcoming, and it's been really nice to get to know a lot of you guys from around the world. If you want to hang out with me more often, I do live streams multiple times a week on my Twitch channel, and it's a super chill, relaxed setting where I just show my process. I do all sorts of random art on the stream, and I get to chat with everyone live. It's free. It's really fun, and there's a lot of people that are like regulars that I've gotten to know, even people I've met around the world in person from my channel. So yeah, it's really fun. So feel free to head on over there if you want to just hang out more often. If you saw my winter vlog part 1, then you will probably recognize this place. We were here recently walking with our friends, and I was kind of doing some location scouting for painting. Today is definitely not as sunny and dramatic as it was last time, but it's dramatic in a different way in that it's very frosty, as you can see. Oddly, the air isn't as cold. There's no biting wind this time. And the sky is very foggy and misty. The sun is behind a lot of clouds, but I'm getting a little warmth coming through in a few spots. So I'm thinking I'm going to go down to the water's edge. I did bring this shawl that I can put on my lap to keep me warm. And it also will act as like a more stable surface rather than just my knees. And this time I brought a little tin that used to be colored pencils, and I just put a piece of palette paper in there. It's just old and rusty, but it works great. So that's going to be what I'll put my gouache on. All the supplies. And of course, the notebook. This is a Moleskine watercolor album that I've been using exclusively for gouache. I'll be doing a sketchbook tour of this one when it's filled. I may have mentioned this in a previous video, but this is a little useful tool, a view catcher, where it opens up, and if you hold it up, you can look through it and find a view that matches your paper size, your paper ratio. I don't always need it, but sometimes I'm looking at a beautiful scene and I'm like, oh my god, I want to paint everything. What do I paint? And that helps you decide. This is my collapsible water cup, which I'm only gonna make that high because I don't want to tip over. One thing I usually do before I get going is I put a little water on my palette paper to soften it, to moisten it in order to help my gouache stay wet. Flip it over and do the same. This way the gouache doesn't dry out like immediately. And just let it sit for a second. Lift it up until you find a nice composition. And I already know just from sitting here for a couple minutes that I want to paint that. Pre-mixing a few colors before I start. So we're going to do that. Entire painting. Also, really quick. Oh my god! I knew that was gonna happen. It's okay. Didn't lose all my water, but I did lose my palette knife in the mud.
Except the final swing. You were buried deep within me, always in a fever, always on my skin. All of us take the same road, try to understand. There's no way we can win in this
Using a lot more gray tones. I think gray is like the most powerful color you could use. Which sounds weird, but it's I don't know. The more I watch the masters or look at masters art, you can see how gray is king. I feel like when I hold it up, I'm looking into a portal of like another day, another time, because I made it so much warmer and like colorful, and then you look up and it's just like pure gray. I always lean more towards colorful, that's for sure. I am freezing. I think it's time to head back. Look at all the frozen shells. They're so beautiful. Back in the studio, we can see the results after it's completely dry, and I'm really happy with how the background looks more muted and misty compared to the foreground down here.
Wasting this time that I borrowed, running too fast for the sun, and my eyes, they still burn for tomorrow. Ooh. When I'll come alive, I'm keeping up through lows and highs, and I see it. Why I'm alive, it's all for you. I'm keeping up through lows and highs, and I see it. Why I'm alive, it's all for you. Waiting for rains with color, like I have done since a child. And my eyes, they still burn for tomorrow. It might never come. I'm keeping up through lows and highs, and I see it. Why I'm alive, it's all for
I think I may have caught a cold or something. I don't feel 100%. You know how you just kind of like know? So I'm drinking tons of tea with echinacea and honey and hoping that I can avoid getting sick. I think it may have been from painting out in the cold for so long the other day, but hopefully it was worth it.
Baby, what's on your mind? Thinking about all the mistakes you made. Oh, it used to be so easy. We had all the time in the world. I can feel your heart is rushing, and you got nothing more to buy. So you try to fill with something. It don't matter what you try to say. It's all going to get you. Everything's closing in on you now. But you don't want anything new. You just get behind a mule and plow. Now it's so different to play it, and we just don't know how to dance. So you try to fill with something. It don't matter what you try to say. Money, fame, power, music, drugs. I tried you and you tried me. I can feel your heart is rushing, and you got nothing more to buy. So you try to fill with something. It don't matter what you try to say.
That took way longer than it should have, I think. If I had a drill, it would have been much easier. Am I supposed to have one screw left? So I've had these photographs for a few years, ever since my first trip to Europe. And I brought like 20 rolls of film with me and got them developed and printed a proof print of each one. And yeah, like there's so many memories in here. So I decided I'm gonna do a little collage on the wall. And I bought these super cute little wooden pegs, and I'm gonna tie up some string along the wall and just like clip them around. Mix of London and Copenhagen, Stockholm, Berlin, and tons of different places in Scotland. Really a couple photos from when I first met up with Wolfie in Copenhagen. Yeah, I totally did the cliche walk across Abbey Road. I'll give you guys a little tour now that everything is set up, and we'll start with the wonderful wall of memories. I am so happy. Every time I look over here, I'm just flooded with so much joy. I had an incredible journey, and little pieces of it are here. I can see it every day. One of the first things we come across are the storage units, just full of supplies and prints and artwork in those ones. This is one of the boxes that has stuff for like art fairs. I'm thinking I may just put a bunch of my paintings up here, or at least just on one side like this. And then we have the desks. Oh my gosh, sorry for the squeaky floors. And the stream area right here, which has already worked out really well. Really happy to have so much space. Behind there, I have my homemade flat file storage, vertical storage for large paintings and papers. Someday I hope to get one of the nice metal flat files, but they're really expensive, so I have to save up. And then the new shelves, which were 10 pounds each, so pretty awesome. And I have a couple more bins, and I'll organize it a little bit better as I go, but really, really happy with that. We have the lounge chair and the lounge kitty. Did I wake you up, baby? I'm sorry. And I'd like to sit there and sketch too. And then we have the standing desk. I really like oil painting here. I like to stand up while I oil paint or paint anything larger than like 11 by 14. So it's really nice to have that. My two studio lights on each end of the room, which are really great for streaming, but also just artwork in general, especially with the sun setting at 4 p.m. But yesterday was the solstice, so that'll be changing soon. So I hope you guys liked the video. I know there's a lot going on and it was kind of crazy, but I am so excited about my new studio setup. I can't wait to see what I can create now that I have some big open spaces and lots of desk space. I'm really looking forward to the new year. I have so many plans, so many paintings and ideas that I want to do. And I plan on making a lot more videos, so I guess let me know in the comments if there's anything you guys want to see, anything specific, or have any questions, and I'll try to do my best to show it, or yeah. Anyways, have a wonderful holiday season, and I'll see you guys in the new year. Are you my handsome boy? My handsome sleepy boy. Sleepy.